Hello! How is everyone going? Amber Goldenheart, how is it going? Also, hello, Ashy Bear TV. Thank you for the follow. Is it too loud? Here, I'm gonna. There we go. Sorry, I was just turning it down on my end. But yes, welcome everyone. How's it going? I am just starting for the night. Yeah. How goes it? How's everyone doing? What? Oh, okay. Milcians? Is that how you pronounce it? Hello, welcome. How's everyone doing? Oh no, stop. Okay, we're gonna get out of that. And is it popping up? Yeah, it's not popping up. Give me a moment. I have to manually go in there and change it. Ooh, I'm good. I'm glad to hear you're doing good, Amber. I'm glad to hear. There we go. Coffee talk. What were you playing? You're looking to have fun. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Continue. Something missing from the drawer. Did I misplace it? Bad weather again. Ooh, a dry thunderstorm. Interesting. Let's hope it doesn't bring bad tidings. I don't know. I think it's a very nice color scheme. Well, I think it's lacking something. Hello. Welcome. It's too dainty. Dainty? What would you like then? Red, black, and purple? That wouldn't be the worst. Okay, then why not? But you have to commit to it. No takebacks this time. Bye. I don't know. Maybe. Let's take a break from this topic. I only have time for a quick drink before I go back to work. And it's not like we're going to decide now anyway. Lovebirds. Maybe that's the problem. How are we supposed to plan this wedding? We keep postponing every choice we need to make. Hey, Bernard, what do you think? Pale green, lilac, and daffodil yellow, or red, black, and purple? Don't put me on the spot. It's just that I wouldn't know. This is your wedding, and your opinions matter, yeah. Ooh, Lua not happy. Their fucking dead-ass stare. It's like, well, are you going to decide? Trouble is, we don't know what our options are. And when we think we do, we change our mind. It's like the centerpieces. Oh, please, can we not talk about that now? I really thought we agreed on the cute cottagecore ones. The ones you spotted on Tomato Chill. I mean, they were your pick in the first place. They were, but then they're also too expensive. You have to be realistic. But weddings in general are expensive. Especially when you want to have 200 guests. That's a low blow. You can't just disinvite my extended family. The key word is extended. Even though half these people, it's not the issue. If I invite one of them, I have to invite them all. It's like a domino effect. Besides, they'll be paying for part of the wedding. I still don't think they should. I can pull my weight. If we have to choose, I'd rather we have the beautiful things you like. Even if it means we have fewer guests. Well, if my family's not chipping in, we might not be able to afford it either. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I don't want our wedding to just be a random meal with a bunch of people we're not even that close to. I said I'll make sure that we can afford a dream wedding. One moment, I blow my nose. Or die trying. I don't want you to. Saved by the bell. That's work. I really can't linger. I think I'll have that drink now. Of course. What can I get you? Something that will keep me awake. I still have work to do, and my head hurts, so I guess strong coffee. The nice spicy cake. Any preference? Any strong coffee with spice will do. Rod, hello. Level 24. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Could make her. Oh. Coffee. Coffee, cinnamon, I guess. She wants it strong, so. Oh, good to know. Jingle beans? Jingle beans? Jingle beans? So, that's for Gala. Don't know what to do with the fucking FBI agent, and that's for that. Yeah, so I don't have anything. Oh! 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 Votre amie est un passage chaussé, que vont charmante masques et brisant masques, gens de luce et de sang et croissant, tristesse sans l'air, discusements fantastiques. I don't know how well I butchered that, so don't want to leave my spawn on the couch. It's comfy and disappears into the void. Fucking jingle beans. Headaches or rainy work nights. Okay. Jingle beans for the lady. Oh, that's a novel. Perfect. I can feel myself relaxing already. What? You're weird. The thing doesn't smell relaxing to me at all. You're weird. I guess we're both weird. Georgie? That we are. Oh, hide! My lovely weirdo. My perfect misfit. The dialogue. Oh, okay. This is so much better. Really is. Have I mentioned I love your smile? Never enough? Ugh, disgusting. I'm gonna need something real spicy to wash this down. I'd love to serve it to you, Hyde. If Bailey's doesn't want to order, that is. Hyde, sorry, didn't hear you come in. Yeah, I know. You're too busy doing whatever it is you were doing. Saying we're weird, can't relate. Coming from you, Rod. Hey, Hyde, go ahead, get yourself a drink. I can wait. I'll stick here for a while anyway, until Lou properly gets off work. Alright then. Did you hear me? Spicy is the name of the game. Any preference on the spice or the base? No, just make sure it's got a spicy kick of something, then double it. You could do hibiscus and double cinnamon. What do I have on my brew pad? So I just got hibiscus with milk and then whatever. Blue pea and ginger. Oh yeah, I haven't done anything with chocolate yet. Yeah, okay, that's sort of what I figured. It's what, hibiscus, cinnamon, and ginger? Or is it the other way around? Is it hibiscus, ginger, and cinnamon? Let me try that. No, it was not that. Goodbye. I said double it. Okay, so hibiscus, double ginger. Zobo. A Zolobo. I'll do that. Hold on. Let me check my phone. Part of LA agency, old enough yet still seeking the truth and purpose in life. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? A traditional ginger drink with an invigorating ginger kick supported by cloves and pineapple. Felt up for a challenge, so try this. If you don't like hibiscus in this, you'll never will. Let's see if you cracked the hide code. Well? This is kind of troublesome, Burning Man. You know me a little too well. So I take it it works for you. This is perfectly executed Zobo if I've ever tasted one. Glad to see you made good use of your ginger resupply. So you knew I couldn't get it right last time. Forgive an old man and his jokes. Anyhow, this is the only acceptable way to drink hibiscus. I used to have a friend in Lagos who made me Zobo like this every time I visited. She lived near the harbour. We would sit down and drink it and watch the boats float by. That sounds lovely. She was a good friend. She isn't anymore. When you've got a vampire's lifespan, friends come and go. That's sad. You get used to it. Isn't this where you say something about enjoying each moment even more? Or grief being the price you pay for love? I'm afraid it's a lot more mundane than that. Some things you forget, and for others, you just get better at moving on. Anyway, speaking of enjoying the moment, your family troubles have sorted themselves out, yes? Hold up, got a notification on my phone. Yo, let's go. Still on the marriage track? Yes, we are. Definitely are. Not getting too bored. Not really. Turns out planning a wedding is, well, suitably entertaining. That's one way of putting it. Can't wait to be at the marriage stage of it, to be honest. Did you sound any less enthusiastic? Hey! Here they go again. Good to see that some things don't change. And such a dramatic backdrop too. I like how Hyde is just he's like talking to me. We just like take it like a little bit of a step back. Just like, hey, here they fucking go again. Let's watch this. Start serving popcorn. Be more enthusiastic. We didn't find about it every single time. No, I'm not engaging with this right now. I've got to go to work anyway. Right. I'm going to have a drink. Bye, Burning Man. Bye, Hyde. See ya. Ugh. What can I make you, Mr. Bailey's? I think something warm, sweet, and comforting, please. A hot chocolate, perhaps? Yes, chocolate with honey and milk could work. Brah, just fucking feed it down my mouth, why don't you? Chocolate, honey, and milk. Chocolate. Chocobi Miraku. Nihongo. I don't know what the yes, obviously the best addition to the game. I don't know why I keep checking this. It's a habit, I guess. Chocobi Miriku. It's milk in Japanese, but the fucking romanji of it. Choco. I don't know what the fucking B's for, but let's go for it. Yo, hold up. Let me just see if I got it right. I did. Freelance designer, #1 pumpkin spice fan. There we go. Chocobi Miracle for you. Perfect. Feels so good, Burning Man. Yeah. I think we had this exact same conversation last time in the original game, if that was what it was originally called. It means a lot that you're always looking out for all of us. On a miserable night like this, it's heartwarming. But of course, you are our valued customer. There's... Hope Lua didn't get too soaked. You do care a lot about her. Of course I do. Then why all of the fighting? You tell me. This wedding is bringing out the worst in us. Since we started out the situation with my family... You mean, since you cut them off? Yeah, since I stopped talking to their judgmental faces. Lou and I haven't fought about anything. Until now. Every time we try to organize this thing, it's like we become different people. Let me ask you something. Go ahead. What do you want from this wedding? How do you mean? It's not complicated. I'm just asking what you want. If you close your eyes and picture the day, what do you see? Honestly, I have no clue. I know Lua is there, but that's really about it. That's not a bad start, in truth. Barista, instead of, yeah, us, I guess, is sort of like the idea of the store and the place, as opposed to just us as in the individual being. But if you don't have specific expectations, why don't you just let her do what she wants? You make it sound so easy. I want her to have what she wants. That's exactly what I've been trying to achieve. I've been picking up on everything she's liking on Tomato, every wedding picture she's pinning online, and all the places she finds cool, all the fashion designers she follows. She deserves to have all that, to have a special day. But every time I make a suggestion, she won't hear of it. She says it's too much, too expensive, too this, too that. Is it too much? Too expensive? It's not the point. I don't want her to have a shabby wedding. Just because I'm estranged from my family. I want her to have what she wants. What she deserves. A proper princess wedding. You're a remarkably presumptuous young man. Mr. Hyde... No, that's alright. I know Hyde helped Lua back in the day. If he's got something to say, I want to hear it. Good, because I was going to say it, whether you like it or not. You're sitting here, going on about everything Lua should want, as if you could know what's in someone else's heart. Even when you love someone, no, especially when you love someone, you should never presume to know what they need. Lua is the only one who can tell what Lua wants. That's exactly the problem. When I ask her, she always says she doesn't know. Then give her time to figure it out. It's not going to help if you pressure her with 1,000 suggestions a minute, or if you try to force her into some sort of princess wedding just to make yourself feel good about it. But what if we take so long that we reach old age and we're still not married? If you reach old age and you're still together, married or not, I think that counts as a win. Since we're talking about taking some time, you should also use that time to figure out what you want. Otherwise, the best you'll get is a wedding, based on your skewed idea of what Lua's wedding should be. Very wise. And that sounds pretty sad to me. Well, that was not pleasant to hear. Bailey's. But it also wasn't wrong. Give her time and figure out what I want, huh? Sounds so simple. Should have thought about that before, I guess. Feels real. An edgy personality. I wouldn't say edgy per se. He isn't edgy. He's very refined, I guess would be a way to put it, right? Then again, I guess I'm saying edgy more as like goth and stuff like that, you know. Very blunt, honest, you know. Seeing as how he's lived for such a long time, repercussions, I guess, and stuff like that won't matter as much. Not as bad as this. Not bad at this tough love thing, are you, Hyde? Perhaps I should consider a career in couples counseling. Doesn't sound nearly as much fun as modeling. Doesn't it? Modeling gets old after a while. Thought you were having a good time in LA. I was. Until I wasn't. Ain't that life? Wise kind edgy? I feel like edgy isn't necessarily the right word to describe that. But no, I get what you're talking about. I'm moving to Seattle, in fact. I kept my contract with the agency just in case, but there aren't many modeling jobs to be had here. Really? What are you going to do then? Go back to my mafia dwarf buddies, of course. Come on, I'm obviously kidding. Are you? I wouldn't go back to them. I'd go back to being chased by them. Besides, I checked in on them, and everyone I used to find entertaining has retired now. Meanwhile, their grandkids manage the whole enterprise, like it's some sort of startup. Are we seriously talking about the mafia right now? That's for me to know, and you to wonder about. Mr. Hyde likes to play a little. Guilty as charged. I can't help it. When I see an earnest face, I have to tease it. I'll take that as a compliment. But also, what's wrong with managing things like a startup? Sounds like a pretty efficient approach, right? Not having English as your first language, bruh. Just remove all other languages from your head, duh. You young people, impatient in business like you impatient in love. Oh no, wait, Rod, I got a better idea. Just start speaking in Minecraft pirate talk. Or pirate speak. Efficiency isn't everything. I have all the time in the world. I don't care if things are done fast. I want them done right. Maybe you should go into slow fashion. Or fine arts. If you paint with oils, that'll take some proper time. Fine arts were the first thing I got good at a few centuries ago. But my style isn't trendy nowadays. Too much chiaroscuro lighting. And putting blue in skin tones isn't novel anymore. If you're insinuating that you're Rembrandt. Shh. When Mario bodies find out, I'll be in trouble. You're always joking around, Hyde. Arr. But for all that you don't sugarcoat your advice. You're a pretty great listener. I hope you also have people who listen to you. Moving here to be closer to them. What was that? Nothing. I believe your phone's ringing. Aw, that's wholesome. Whoa, hold up. How long of a shift was that? Huh? That was like, what, a fucking 20-minute shift? Bro. She's done with work for the day, finally. In a hurry to leave here, Mr. Bailey's? No, not at all. But I am looking forward to going home. And keep bickering. No, I don't think so. I had an epiphany just now. Must be something from the drink. I'm gonna leave the topic alone for a little while. Good Elf. Who's a good doggy? Enjoy your night, then. I think I will. Thanks, Hyde. And thanks. Of course. Have a good night, Mr. Baileys. Mr. Hyde. What was that about the mafia and modeling and the fine arts? Are you genuinely considering a career change? All I'm considering right now is whether my car got nicked. I know old man Georgie said this area is safe, and it's a bit of a pile of junk. But it's a pile of junk with sentimental value. I sense a story. It's quite a story indeed, but I'll make it short because it's getting pretty late. I like, bruh, fucking cars. I got this car many moons ago, back when Gallo was my bodyguard. I had been stuck in Seattle for a while, working day in and day out. At some point, I decided that I needed a proper break. But, you know Gala, he's a bit of a stickler for the rules. There was no way I could have a night out in the middle of a big job, not on his watch. So you slipped his watch? You know me well. Some friends and I, we decided to get together. I was to provide the ride, they provided the entertainment. I did the usual thing. I waited until Gala was sound asleep. Then I left a pile of pillows under the duvet, heart-shaped, and I snuck out of the hotel room. There was only one problem. Gala was my chauffeur as well. He had your car keys. He had my car keys. And I wasn't about to poke the beowulf. So I went to the nearest dealership and got the cheapest car I could find. I only intended to keep it for the night, you see. I'll spare you the details, but my friends and I, we drove to a lovely spot with a view. For the sort of action which, I admit, might appear ambiguous from the outside, but to me was very enjoyable indeed. Okay, we were right in the thick of it when suddenly we hear a tap on the window. Let me guess. Gala? The wolf himself. He appears inside, then he starts banging on the door so hard the car starts shaking. We all just kind of freeze, and then he says, "How dare you kidnap Mr. Hyde?" Opens the door and tosses my dates outside. Mr. Hyde, you're not winding me up, are you? Oh, Burning Man, I wish. Sorry, it still sends me into a fit just to think about it. He princess carried me out of the car, if you can believe that. It's a conscientious bodyguard if I ever heard of one. Right, truly earning his yearly bonus. I didn't even have the chance to explain the situation. At least not until he removed my gag. Gala acted like he was angry, but in reality, he was mortified. If not as mortified as my dates, whom I had to pick out of the grass. Poor Gala. Burning Man, I see where your allegiance lies. Personally, I say poor me. I never saw those lovely friends again after that fiasco, but I couldn't be angry at Gala even then. In fact, I found his chivalry rather charming. He didn't seem to find my antics quite charming, though. He had woken up, hadn't found me, and was already suspecting the worst. And that was before he discovered me in a strange car in the middle of nowhere, in a compromising position. I think he was truly terrified on my account. So, he stopped talking to me for a few weeks. Doesn't sound unfair. I suppose it wasn't. He also wouldn't give me my car keys back. I got stuck with this old thing you can see outside, and the worst of it is, if you can believe it, I decided as a grand gesture to chauffeur him around in it. He stopped sulking really quickly after that. I suspect he was a huge fan of my driving. Anyhow, I decided to keep the car in the end, for whatever reason. My car collection has had some serious turnover, but this one isn't going anywhere. I must have replaced everything inside it a dozen times over, and it's very banged up. But I guess I've grown fond of it by now. We're both a little stuck in time, this car and I. More sentimental than I thought, Mr. Hyde. Sentimental. That's what you took away from the story? Heh. But I suppose you're right. Good thing it's only us here. I can plausibly deny this conversation ever took place. Still, the rain has stopped, and this is my cue to go. before I lose all my remaining cred. But the car is safe and sound. So do I. And, ma'am? Yes? Ah, nothing. Have a good night. Good night, Mr. Hyde. And a safe journey home. Oh, what is this? Tajahi Rosella. Steeped with roasted ginger with a touch of honey. It's a pretty good story. Yeah. Probably in a compromised outfit. First wave of visa applications to Europe rejected for failure to include passport signatures. Rise and fall of Weirdstein box offices. A brief history. Replica astronaut suits experience an extreme increase in sales. Oh, we might be seeing some of Silver and Amanda today. Huh. Oh, hold up. I got 5 new notifications on my phone. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Oh my god, it's a fucking ad. Sponsored by Raycon. Yo, she updated her profile pic. That's cool. Hope the power hiccup shouldn't affect the screen too much. It's a very slow start. Right in the nick of time. Ah, yep, here we go. Yeah. It's 2 for 1. Welcome, you two. It's a relief to see you safe and sound. Hi, Burning Man. Yes, we're also very relieved. It was a little scary last time. We analyzed the events of the evening and found them 31.245 frightening and 68.755 distasteful. Leaving in such a hurry is not an experience we care to repeat. Hopefully, this will be a quieter evening. Yes, that is our wish. Anyhow, greetings are customary in cafes, bars, and restaurants, are they not? Therefore, good evening. Good evening. Even if reality, it should be good night. We find that very strange. Good evening is a way to say hello, but good night is a way to say goodbye. Is this assuming that you never start an encounter at night? Because of that theory would appear to be empirically wrong. For example, this is the second time you meet Earth Child, and both times have been at night. Our 100% sample does not bear out the aforementioned premise, but additionally, the very concepts of evening and morning seem only marginally... Amanda? Yes, what is it? I think Burning Man tried to interject a couple of times. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, Burning Man. No, it's alright. I didn't have anything important to say. Truth is, I'm not sure why our greetings have a circadian rhythm. Earthlings are creatures of habit, I suppose. They get attached to certain ways of using language, and often don't question the actual meaning of the words. We're too long to eat. Really? At work, right? So whenever I'll bring a patient back from the waiting room, in the morning, it's like, oh, good morning. I have no problem saying good morning, right? Because I guess it's, you do it all the time. Good morning. At school, I'd say good morning. When I'm hanging out if I'm camping with my friends or whatever, you know. I always see people in the morning. And then when I would end the day, I'd say, have a good rest of your day, right? But it took me so long to get good afternoon. Because I don't greet people in that afternoon usually. You know? I just don't. So there was this one time to where I was bringing a patient back and my brain just froze. I just said, good. That was it. I didn't say anything else. I just said, good. I didn't say hi or hello. I just said, hey, bub it up, you know, hey, Joe Smith, come on back. And he made his way up or whatever, right? I'm like, good. Yeah, no, good morning, good evening, just good. Or, there was another one. So we have a bathroom, right? For everyone to use. We also have our own private bathroom for our employees only. But the, I guess sort of like the public patient bathroom. So you go down the hall, right? There's all the different exam rooms, but the you go to the bathroom is pretty much towards the entrance of when you bring everyone in. Just for good. Yeah. So think of like an I don't know. So see my mouse here, right? This shape right here, sort of like an upside down L. We'd bring people in this way, and the exam rooms are mostly lined up along here, except there's one exam room that's right here. Okay, but the bathroom is literally, the door is like right here. There's between the two doors, there's only like an inch, but the exam room door is a sliding door, so they don't like collide or anything. And so I was bringing a patient back, and he didn't really say, he said, hey, it's like, I don't think he said anything, and if he did, it was just like, hey, can I, or whatever. And he pointed, right? And he pointed over in this direction, and for some reason my brain immediately thought, hey, is this, you know, because he didn't say much, so he just sort of like pointed. And my brain thought what he was saying was that, hey, is this the exam room we're going into? And I just said no. And then I immediately realized he was pointing to the bathroom. And I'm like, oh wait, no, never mind. Yeah, you're good. And he's like, what, do I have to raise my hand or something? And my coworker, she was there to witness the entire thing. And so that was one of my favorite bits. It was just telling a grown-ass adult, no, you can't go to the bathroom. Sorry, man. No. I said it with like a complete straight face. He's like, no, that's like, oh wait. No, he didn't say, can I go to the bathroom? He just pointed in that direction. He pointed to the bathroom door. But the bathroom door, the bathroom door and the exam room door are like pretty much side by side. So I thought he was pointing at the exam room thinking that's where we were going, and it was not. We were going to a different one. Yes. At least in this particular case, no one's getting hurt. Since I arrived here, I've observed that some thoughtless uses of language can have much more painful effect. Indeed. Yeah. We see and agree, and we apologize for interrupting you. Don't worry about it. Communicating without a hive connection is rather challenging. Besides, we have been in somewhat heightened mental state. We have been finding Earth quite curious. Extraordinary, even. We are keen to absorb as much information as we can during our visit here. It seems to us our siblings who previously visited Earth came back with findings of rather superficial nature. We are excited to gather data that will advance the science of Earth studies. Our return to the Hive will be triumphal. Of course, we do not do such things for the glory, but still we are looking forward to seeing our work recognized. So are you a scholar, Miss Amanda? Yes, that is a good equivalent to what we are. We specialize in data gathering and analysis of poorly charted territories. Impressive. Oh, DGAPCT is much less impressive than our siblings' mission. Silver is an explorer and an adventurer. He is deserving of respect, and his mission to find a prospective partner is of the utmost importance. Still prospective, huh? No progress on that front, I take it? Well, I wouldn't quite say that. Very intriguing. You're always so professional, Burning Man. You rarely ask direct questions. But I think you're a little curious about the gossip, right? What is gossip? Gossip is information about what goes on in other people's lives. Oh, we see. So it's like data on individual beings, then? Yeah, that sounds about right. We love gossip. What is wrong with that? Nothing at all, and I would love to listen to yours. But let me at least make you a drink first. We must consider our choice of drink carefully. We suggest our sibling goes first. Are you ready to order, Silver? I have an idea, yes. Can we expect an interesting new recipe? You're a barista yourself now, after all. Yeah, a barista? How am I? Oh, you mean the cafe? Yes, you mentioned you were opening one, didn't you? I am, after a fashion. But I'm not focusing on drink menus just yet. Also intriguing. I promise I'm not just withholding information. But things are a little complicated. Is it alright if we start with the drink? Try my best to explain everything afterwards. Yeah. Yeah, I'd imagine. Because that's the whole thing. Then I think I'd like something simple tonight. Do you remember the first drink I ordered when I came here years ago? It's in a coffee-based drink. It was a coffee drink, and I think you mentioned it was very bitter. Bitter and tart. Yes, I think that's right. Bitter and tart. Fuck, I don't remember. I don't have it in here. It's... Oh, God. Oh, no. Probably has what the ginger, right? Bitter and tart. What the fuck's tart? No. Lemon, maybe? I don't know. Let's just fucking do... Yeah, I don't know what fucking tart is. What? Mint? No, lemon. I guess the lemon's tart. I don't know. Ginger lemon coffee. No. Bitter and tart. So is it not? The other, it might be the other way around. Let me try that. No, it's not. What am I missing? Coffee? Coffee. Okay, that was the next thing I was gonna try. Black lemon. Yeah, that's right. I remember. Oh. Oh. Oh, thank God. I thought I disappeared. Master Purloiner? What is... Got off the agent last time he was here. What else? Oh, this thing. Yeah, the reason why I don't remember it is because it's such a forgettable drink. This is quite something. Thank you, Burning Mount, truly. Can't know how much it helps, but really it does. Don't mention it. I thought, you know, maybe find a way to put it to good use. I'm sure I can figure something out. You seem to have grown quite creative over the months. Alright, that was me. I guess I have someone. Let you know how this plays out in the end. Thank you again. Here's a black lemon for you, Silver. Definitely looks like what I had in mind. And it tastes interesting. Very minimal, yet strong. Very enjoyable. I think I might prefer sweeter things, but I'm glad I tried this one. No, I second what Miss Amanda said last time. Feel the same in some ways, yet also very different. I don't know. I don't think everyone keeps changing all the time. Maybe we feel like our personalities make sense, because we see ourselves in hindsight. And the truth is, we make ourselves up as we go along. That is an insightful theory, Silver. You have grown wiser. You used to be a rather youthful and innocent part of the hive. Huh, well, I had to learn and adapt here. It has been a couple of years, after all. Despite all that, and considering what I said about people changing all the time, I don't think I've changed all that much. In fact, it's as if I've been becoming a little more me every day. Just revealing myself. Speaking of that, we meant to ask, how do you choose a specific earthling appearance over another? Our observation is that things come in a great many varieties, with a near infinity of confirmations. Did you run a random computer algorithm? Oh no, it wasn't random at all. Even at first, it wasn't a conscious process. I chose the way I looked because it felt true to who I am. When I first started coming to this cafe, I had a hard time understanding this world and its rules. But there were already some things I could relate to. Some things that felt familiar. Like Hyde's eyes. That always seemed beyond the surface. Or Gala's outfit, which is a sign of kindness and trust. I borrowed those traits from them without even realizing. Took inspiration from them. Yes, our species seems to have the ability to do that. But Gala's fashion I couldn't keep after all. Came with responsibilities. People stop me all the time to ask me for medical advice. You can see how that would be problematic. What was Galahad's outfit in the last game? Let me... Are there Steam cards? Let me look at Coffee Talk. Are there? Yeah. Is there one? I mean, I think that's his profile. I think that's just all their profile pictures. So. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yes, but I found this fictional universe. And at some point, it all came together. One morning, I saw myself in the mirror, and I felt right. Like the way I looked matched who I was. It made me feel at peace. So although I look different now from when we first met, and although I have already learned the ways of this world a bit, and grown a bit, in many ways I still feel the same. Different, but same. A lab coat? Yes, different but the same. It makes sense to us. Or scrubs. Are you talking about scrubs? Because I wear those every day. In black, though. It really does. Oh, that's a cool little home screen he has. Oh, is this Laurel? No, this is from Pearl. Still no news from Midge. We think the odds are now 84.308% that she is phantoming you. Do you mean ghosting? We mean phantoming as when you think you hear a sound. but your ears are merely playing a trick on you. We thought we had established a hive connection with Midge. It was only a phantom sound after all. Anyhow, what is Pearl saying? That her calendar might clear up soon if I want to meet up. Ooh, silver. Sounds like things are going very well indeed. Oh, don't mind that. I think it might be maybe time I tell you a little bit about this. But we wish to order a drink as well. Oh, of course. So sorry. Go ahead, Amanda. Our apologies, but the machine is having issues today. We'll let you know as soon as it's working again. Ah, curious that Earth drinking machines are so refined, yet so unreliable. This is a land of contradictions. Hi, Ramus. Sure is. But do carry on, sibling. Right, so I've been relying on Amanda to help me with the online part of online dating, and it's been working really well. On average. There have been some small issues. Things are strange. Online dating has a reputation for emphasizing that, yes. Some Earthlings express their interest, but when you say hello, they never answer back. While in real life, saying hello is the start of 99.845 of conversations. How's it going? How goes it, Primus? It seems that online, more humorous or breeding-oriented openers are favored. However, if an opener is entirely horned, it is considered out of bounds and angrily dismissed. Horned? Yes, that is when prospective partners send you close-up pictures of their horns. People do that? Oh, yes. I think it'd be fine after a bit of conversation. If we get into the mood and they ask me first, I'll probably say yes. Horns can be really pretty, you know? But it feels very strange when that's the first thing they do, before they even write a single word. I can imagine. Horns. Yes. Horns. Uh-huh. Can put it in your stomach. Ah, is you eat something wrong, Ramus, or is just feeling iffy? And then sometimes Earthlings express interest, but after reading a joke that is statistically funny 99.908% of the time, they answer with a sad face and block communications. Funny for you 99.908% of the time? Yes. Off about something? Fortunately, online dating is governed by the law of large numbers, which favors persistence. We are patient. Amanda has been spending a lot of time on the app, and it's starting to work out. Now having conversations with some really nice people, especially Pearl. We prefer Laurel. Our facial features are more symmetrical, but Silver seems to favor the asymmetrical Earthling. Yeah, I suppose. But, you know, horns, air quotes there. You know, if you know, Rod. You know what I'm mentioning there. But, Ramus, is it something you want to talk about or something you want to hold off on? Because that's fine either way. It's just, she sounds like a really good person. She's a communications director for a charity that fights homelessness. She cares about other people a lot. I don't think she's been very lucky in return. But she's very funny and curious of everything, and her smile. Please desist. We can sense your hormones boiling. Yeah, horns. Uh-huh. Oh, you don't know. Oh, so you just sort of have a feeling, but you don't know why you have the feeling, Ramus? And she's the person you might be getting a date with? Really hope so. Do you have a day or time for your date? No. This is on a different topic. Please excuse me. Oh. So I take you've been enjoying your time on Earth, Miss Amanda? Or not? No, we have been enjoying it. We also see the limits of it. What do you mean? We are a hive mind. Hive mind knows no boundaries or limitations. We share all our thoughts and desires. It is not difficult for us to connect. We are born connected. But Earthlings are guarded. They have complex emotions, and they have no means of truly knowing what anyone else feels. That makes them afraid of judgment and of hurt. It must be very difficult and painful for them to connect deeply. There is just so much they must let go of first. We cannot live like that. Instead, that online networks work like a hive. Like a hive, but not a true hive. A true hive requires honesty and directness, as well as the desire to deeply understand others. See, I don't think you could ever adapt the way Silver has. Silver is different. Even when he's a part of us, we could sense him looking outwards. That is why he has become such an amazing explorer. No, it's fine, Ramus. That is why he made the effort to learn Earthling's codes and behaviors. He did just not want to understand. He wanted to experience. We are not like him. We like to seek knowledge on what is different from us. Once we have that knowledge, we are satisfied. Uncovering it and bringing it back is what makes us happy. This is curious. Seeing we are picking up on Earthling instincts after all. It is a good thing that our data readings here should soon be complete. Silver's on his way and getting the day. It would appear so. Amanda, we have to go. What? Again? That call was bad news. The agent. Too late. Just hide behind the counter. Good evening, Mr. Agent. Oh boy! We apologize, but our machine has been having issues. We cannot serve drinks at the moment. You know very well I'm not here for drinks. I'd rather not involve any more civilians in this, though. Oh, do you mean me? I'm sorry, but can't whatever this is wait for another night? I haven't finished my drink yet, and it looks like rain again outside. Well, here's something that can't wait, for starters. Barista, did you happen to find a ID card lying around? ID card? No, not that I can recall. I certainly hope you're telling the truth. Mr. Agent seems to always doubt me. We've been here several times already. Surely you should see now I'm not lying. Well, you're awfully good at avoiding straight answers, and losing an ID card sounds very troublesome. Back when I worked at a delivery center, they had to make us pay a lot to replace lost ID cards. Ugh. It's not even the start of it. My job is a lot less forgiving than a delivery center. Very sorry to hear that. What's your job exactly? We uncover illegal aliens and extradite them. What was the... Is it on here? Oh. He's gonna actually need permission to enter a building. Which is why I've been coming here in the first place. Excuse me. Giving tips that have been alien sightings around this cafe. Speaking of which, have you noticed anything of the ordinary, young man? Can't say that I have. I don't come here all that often. They always seemed very above board to me. Why are you threatening people on Tomodachi? Well, that's the thing, Ramus. You don't have to just focus on trying to help out Galahad and Maya, right? There can definitely be some stuff there we can do, Ramus. You know, because everything else was able to get, I guess, unloaded relatively fine. But no, I mean, I too also felt it was a little bit of a lull session. I wasn't mentally wise. I wasn't like 100% in it. You know. Yeah. That being said, though, um, guys can definitely. My monitor's sticking to like on the fucking edge here. With a watchman, Ramus, but yeah. Um, you are in the Garden Ring in the city, in the only city called Paradise, since it is pretty much the equivalent of like a Las Vegas type deal, except with less rules. Um, they're really only holding you there because you know, you're dealing stuff with the king. So it's sort of just like, well, you know, if you mess with the president, we gotta, you know, like this is like the U.S., right? If you mess with the president, we gotta have you arrest, even if this is sort of like a lax free zone, you know, or whatever, right? No, it's in the middle of both. Desert to one side. Well, it's not really a jungle, more of like a forest on the other. I mean, who knows? There can definitely be some options here. Um, all this time, Galahad's been acting like he's been. Um, Ramus, do not worry about failure. I'm not gonna punish you guys too severely. You know, it's like you guys aren't gonna like die or anything, right? Unless the rolls end up being in against your favor. But I'll you know I'll try to make it tense, but also at the same time I want you guys to succeed. So yeah. Well, the first ring was on lockdown, and so now that the king has been found, it's probably gonna open up. So if you guys want to go back there, probably can. Now, Ramus, what else did you want to do in the first ring anyway? Are you sure the tips aren't a prank? It seems that young people enjoy those as a pastime. There are very popular videos of them online. That maybe it is, but I still have to investigate properly. Otherwise, my superiors will have my head on a platter. But you can't waste your time on a cold trail either. Surely your superiors will see that you've done your best. I doubt that. They're a bit obsessed with the alien situation. Obsessed isn't really that big of an issue. Well, having such unusual elements around disturbs the public peace. Your average Joe has no clue what to make of them, you know? Makes people feel unsettled. Ah, I see. Although the visible aliens aren't too bad from where I'm standing. At least we can identify and extract them. Aliens to try to pass for Earthlings are a bigger problem. Why so? For one, it just muddles things, no matter how much they try to look like Earthlings. They were born aliens, and aliens they will remain. But now they're aliens who don't look like aliens. What does that mean, you know? And what does it stop? What if some Earthlings decided they wanted to look like aliens? That would be a huge mess. Yeah, I mean, if it's a place, you can go back there later. If it's a character, they might come over here. You know, it's right. People aren't necessarily locked into one place unless they're like a government worker or they're incredibly, you know, like sort of tied to like people of Oldstead. You know, sure you might see like Mid and the governor maybe, right? But the rest of the people, maybe the merchants as well, but like a lot of the townsfolk are gonna stay there. You know what I mean. What it? Anyway, the top brass insists we go after them, and in the end, that makes my job a lot harder. All that time spent detecting them gives me a good spacesuit wearing alien. Give me a good spacesuit wearing alien day. Give me a good spacesuit wearing alien any day, you know? Oh, but don't you worry about a thing. We at Fire always find a way to keep the public safe. I see. So how do you go about detecting them exactly? That one's easy. Once I have my suspicions, I check their ID. That makes it all clear, right? Right. I do wonder, though. What is it? I'm sorry if I'm being too curious. I've ever putting my foot in my mouth. No, you're good. No harm in asking. In that case, what is it that makes aliens so very different? There are all sorts of people living here. They all have different personalities and looks. As for me, when I walk through the streets of Seattle, I see that no two people are alike. I'll admit, it makes me very happy. So if someone comes from further away, but they feel unearthing at heart, would they really be more different from the people who live in the city? And the people in the city are different from each other? Dragged in court as a witness? Sure, Rhymes. Or would they just be another version of unearthing? No reason. Capstone is beautiful. At the end of the day, who the heck knows? It's not like I can afford to spend time pondering it. I don't have a dog in this fight, so to speak. The thing is, the law is the law, and my job is to uphold it. Right, but despite everything you said, it's still unclear to me as why the law is so stringent against aliens. Ah, well, it's not so much that the law is stringent against them. It's more that there's no law for them. How do you mean? Well, at this point, we have treaties and codes for all the races we know of, right? But we never made a treaty with aliens or anything resembling it. There's no law even acknowledging their existence. No, I didn't know that. But why is that a problem? That's easy. We have no way to regulate their presence. There's been no thorough analysis of how they can cohabitat with Earthlings. As I said, it's all very confusing. For all we know, they could be very damaging to us. So it feels safer to keep them away, at least for now. Safer? For whom? It is what it is. I'm not afraid of aliens myself. And going after them is not my biggest passion, but since I'm doing this job, I might as well aim for a promotion. Anyhow, just call us at 5 if you spot any aliens, alright? You seem like an honest sort, unlike some other people. Some other people who should learn to be more straightforward. They want their business to stay in business. Ugh. What was that? The machine turning on! Oh! Just a coffee machine. Seems I've restarted now. That's a relief. Right. Thinking I'm still going to conduct a search of the premises, just to be on the safe. Meow. What on the heck is this? Kitty cat. If I'm not mistaken, this is a local cat. It's come over once before. Looks like it might be hiding from another stray. It's very cute. Good kitty. Meow. I think it likes you. What sort of place is this? With your fiddly machine and your weird pets. And now it looks like I have an emergency elsewhere. Well, I guess you're off the hook for now, you and your cafe. But make sure I don't get such reports about you anymore. We will try our best, Mr. Agent. Okay, sounds good. Whew. Silver, you're trembling. That's alright. You can come out now, I think, Amanda. Well, we found this experience. Well, 100% distasteful. Actually, it was 40.235% distasteful, 20.834 scary, and 38.931 exciting. Well, so that's sort of like what you'd be like. That's what your story would be, Rhymus, right? But when you're pulled up to a witness, you don't. You get asked the questions. But yeah, you probably don't. I don't know how you want to mention yourself being there without, because it's a. Yeah. Wait. Whoa, wait, hold up, guys. You guys still have the guitar. You still have the Bard's guitar. Physical evidence. Yes, we do. The only thing that was taken away was your weapons. I mean, Maya has it, and technically Maya's in prison, but, like, yeah, it's fine. Still, no, I mean, he's probably he's in the same prison with the rest of you guys, I think. But yeah, you guys have multiple witnesses of you guys stealing the guitar from the Bard. So it's almost like you guys did it in front of in a stadium, with hundreds of witnesses, maybe even thousands. So you got some physical evidence there. No, not necessarily, Rhymus. It's not moot. But think of it, Rhymus, when you're going up to a stand, you want to have a story either like a story put together of what you're going to say or what you're going to respond with when asked. So when you're put up on the stand, right? If you guys even do go up on stand, don't just start spilling things out, because the lawyer will be asking you the questions, and you can pretty much respond to to respond to it and sticking to the script, or your story. I apologize. This is just nerves. We are truly sorry for the disturbance. It's not your fault at all, but should you be sticking around here? The agent might come back. No. I've lured him away, at least for now. You did? Although it's a good thing the little cat came in when it's dead. bought us some precious minutes. What sort of earthling are you? Meow. We see. Do you speak cat? You can feel this earthling's intent better than usual. It is expressing it clearly. Wishes to rest and to be left alone. Yeah, because, I mean, when you're in the court of law, right, if you are brought up to testify, one person, I mean, I have some experience. I took a couple of classes in law and reading court documents and stuff like that. Yeah, so when you're brought up to stand, right, to testify as a witness, the attorney of the person you're citing for will question you first, saying, hey, did this happen? This is true. Back here, it's like, right, this evidence is here, backing you guys up and stuff like that, right? And then then there's a cross-examination to where the people trying to convict will be like, hey, what about this? And what about that? And what about this? I feel all out of sorts. Is the machine really working again? It is. Make us a drink and one for Silver as well. Same one should be fine for both. Just make it hot and comforting. And what would you like, sibling? I think I need some sweetness right now. I really appreciate a hot, very sweet, very comforting drink. That's fine. That's perfectly fine, right? You don't have to have experience to testify in court. In fact, most people don't. Surprisingly enough. Hot, sweet, comforting drink. So let's try coffee, honey, well, he wants a hot drink, and so if I do chocolate, right, that's sweet, but it's not really warm. And so, I guess, I think you can use milk as a base. Although, I feel either a blue tea or coffee would be our best options. We do tea, honey, mint. No, if we do tea, no, it just raises coolness. That's really all it does. Oh, makes it a bit warmer there. What about blue pea? Warm and cool. Yeah, I could do like a honey latte. Do you already have that? Yeah, the being busy. So let's try just coffee with double honey. See how that goes. Just honey coffee. I feel like that's not correct. Because the game always has a named drink. Tea and honey. I don't have any tea drinks, do I? No, I just have the Galahad and Shy Dene. Or we can do tea, milk, honey. There is a character named Gala in this. He's a a medical doctor, or I guess he works in the medical industry by day and is sometimes a werewolf. But the name Galahad goes further back beyond that. Okay. I want to try this out. Tea, milk, honey. I can do tea, honey, milk. Gets warm, cool, sweet. A hot, very sweet, and very comforting. So I think we definitely might want to do the double honey. Nothing really ups. So, mint. A little bit sweet. Ooh. Could do some cinnamon as well. I don't fucking know. September 25th. Monday. Yeah. See you when I see you, Remus. My bet is either on tea or coffee. Tea's a little bit warmer. By like 1 bar, but it's also a little bit cool as well. And it's a little less bitter. So chocolate, honey. Okay. So just honey chocolate then? That's the right answer? Well, I guess we'll find out. Plenty of sweetness in this. This tastes amazing. Okay, cool. Thank you. This really is my kind of drink. It's very thick, is it not? The viscosity seems to be nearing 10,000 CPS. I like how different this experience is from the drink you served us the other night. I'm impressed though, Silver. You've become quite savvy at navigating these situations, even if I'm sure you'd rather avoid them altogether. Yes, I would definitely prefer to avoid them, but I need to get used to them anyway. Why? The agent doesn't know you've come from outer space. Surely you should be off the hook for now. It's more complicated than that. You know the cafe I said I'm opening? Yes? Well, not exactly like this cafe. In fact, it's not exactly a cafe at all. The past few months, it's been at the basis of operations for SAVE. SAVE? SAVE. Society for Aliens and Various Extraterrestrials. Ah, I see what you did there. Wow. I know. Sounds very reckless. No, sounds rather admirable. Think I underestimated you. I don't know. But you see why I've had to become savvy, as you said? I have a lot of people depending on me now. Those who are just arriving on Earth are confused and scared. Those who have adopted Earthling appearances are trying to blend in. Those who are learning how to understand life here, how to understand themselves. For all of them, it's an existential matter. Not everyone is meant to be a hive mind. I know I wasn't. No offense, Amanda. We are not offended. We've always known you were different from us. It is all the same to us. You are our sibling, whether you live in the hive or as an Earthling. What are you talking about, Ron? The save? Just the way it's named? Amanda, I really do love you. What is love? That is not a conversation I think I can have right now. I'll explain it to you tomorrow, okay? After we both have a rest. We will remind you of it. No, yeah, I was just saying just the way it's saved. Society for various... Society for aliens and various extraterrestrials. I know you will. I think I'm getting a little tired now. Is it alright if we go back? Absolutely. Our energy is also at 98.429% depleted. Is there anything we can do to help? No, I don't think so. Thank you for offering, really. You have a different part to play in all this. You've been playing it very well. You're very kind. Well, in that case, have a good night, the two of you. Please, come again soon. I'll always be welcome here. Us and many others. We know we're grateful. Good night. Say good night to the cat, but I don't think it needs my wishes. Yeah. Good night, Birdie Mal. See, now we can use a good night. We find it rather odd that maybe we should continue this chat while we walk. Alright. What a night. Great deal more animated than we bargained for. Because you have a new four-legged friend. Wonder what you're doing here. Don't you have a home? Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you. Meow. Mew. Oh, well, I guess it's time for you to leave. Silver. It's an honor to be related to someone like you. Wow, how on the nose. Like on the last game, in order to learn that info, you had to do a whole bunch of stuff, and in this game it just tells you. But then again, theoretically, you should have already played the first game before playing this one, so. I think we'll see how far I get in this day before I wrap up. Curbing recent security breaches. Lol, easy. Government to block data leakers' websites. Stop. First workaholics treatment center to open in 2024. No phone, no laptop, just rest. That sounds nice. Beachgoers report silver algae blooming on Alki Beach. Yeah. Yo, hold up. I gotta check my social media. Ooh, Myrtle. She's a 10, but bro. She's a 10, but I'm already freelancing elf. So she's 100. Think VR. Oh, she tried out VR. Interesting. Especially living in a city such as Seattle. Oh. Oh. Ooh, Aqua with the passive aggressive burn there. Feels nice to have someone depends on you, you know? Just drink water. Still on hiatus though. No night shift. Fuck that. Wait, what? Did I miss something? Oh, yo, sweet. They got their things all the way up. So it's gonna feel like a long, long night. Or not. Good evening. Hey, Bird and Mel. How are you? Not too shabby, I hope. I think it's just fine. You sure? Positive. How about you, sir? How's work? Shift's over, so I'm free now. Nice. Reminds me, Mr. Hyde was here just the other day. Ah, that's right. Did he tell you for the reason for his visit? Yeah, he's moving back here, right? Or at least it's planned. What a nice surprise. Told me he's got a few things to discuss on that. Well, it's part of why I'm here tonight. Aside from getting myself a hot drink, that is. The note is so ready to take your order. Much obliged. So Hendry told me about this Indonesian ginger drink. There's milk, honey, and a couple of other stuff in it. I think it's called STMJ. I'll look up at that. Oh, that was from the original game, wasn't it? Oh, I recognize that because that was on one of the, I think, T's. Oh, I can pull up. So it was milk, honey. Was it tea, milk, honey? Good. I don't think it was coffee. It was either tea. I mean, I can only be wrong so many times, so. Did he? Has milk. Oh, yeah. So let's try milk, honey, ginger. No? I don't think he said ginger. I'm gonna try tea, milk, honey. Aww. Love your M's. Milk, honey, tea. Goodbye. Green tea? Milk, honey? No. Oh. Oh yeah, Indonesian ginger drink. So then what, milk? Ginger, honey? So it goes, yeah, primary, and then that. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. I forgot about the most important bit he said. Ugh, okay. Yeah. That's right. It has egg in it. Oh. See, I dropped my keycard here. Thanks. Now, I have a spare. So I already made a new one. It's always good to have an extra one at hand. The only downside is that it cost me $100. Now I'm wondering why I should keep this one. Maybe in my locker at work? Hate to lose it there. Yeah, let's hope it never comes to that. One nutritious drink from the archipelago coming up. Thanks a lot. So what's in it again? Hot blend of egg, milk, ginger, and honey. Drink's name itself is the ingredients. Susu, telur, madu, jahe, milk, egg, honey, and ginger. Where it comes. No wonder it sometimes reminds me of eggnog. Albeit spicier and not as rich. But I can see why Hendry likes it. It's a great stamina drink. Probably needs to keep up with Rachel's work. Probably right. As long as he remembers to take breaks. Maybe I should invite him for a drink here sometime. What do you think? That would be lovely. Then consider it done. You know what? I don't think Hyde will show up tonight. Why is that? When I called him earlier to confirm, he sounded a little annoyed. It's not exactly great outside either. I like this kind of weather. Yes. His car? Not so much. The thing wouldn't survive this kind of storm. Now that you mention it, you may be right. Used to drive him in that car back in the day. Did he ever tell you how old it is? Yep, gave me the whole backstory of it. Oh. I guess I'm just surprised he still uses it at all. Car clearly holds a special meaning. Also quite sentimental about it. It makes me wonder if it has anything to do with him moving back here. What do you mean? You lived here before, right? Yeah. He kept bringing up the past, too. Are you saying his move is motivated by nostalgia? I was going to say homesickness. I realize that makes no sense. I can get what you're trying to say, though. It's a strange longing for times gone by, considering how fast things are changing these days. Maybe even too fast. Which is ironic, really. What is? Live long enough, you realize the only constant in life is change itself. Things like shifting necessities, curveballs the world throws at you, decay. Just stuff we have to deal with, indefinitely. Considering our lifespans, I think we get used to it at some point. But we never do. Never completely, anyway. I suppose the idea of getting used to change is a paradox in of itself. Sounds about right. Perhaps nostalgia is like an anchor for dinosaurs like us. It keeps us from losing ourselves to the world's relentless speed. Get used to those after a while, huh? Pretty much. Oh, hey there. We meet again. Yes, hello. Excuse me for a moment. Got it. Welcome, Miss Fiona. Good evening. I'm meeting up with someone. Oh, okay then. How's your car, by the way? My car? Oh, you mean the tire. There was really no need for concern. That was an easy fix. But thank you for asking. My pleasure. May I order a cup of Russian tea? Oh, what was Russian tea again? Okay. Tea. I think I have Russian tea in the thing, but it's all the way in the kitchen, which is like the exact opposite side of the house. Literally the longest distance. Cinnamon and lemon. Is that right? I mean, that seems about right. I think Russian tea was one of my favorite as far as the actual tea to drink. Let's do lemon and cinnamon. I always like to add a little bit extra honey in my teas, though. Yeah. Yeah. Huzzah! Oh, she just had her birthday. Russian tea for the lady rushing to deliver. That's a good one. This is perfect, by the way. Thank you. You're welcome. So, who are you meeting with, if I may ask? You should know, shouldn't you? After all, you were tasked to give me his contact info. Ah, that's right. So you two did end up contacting after all. We did, yes. But truth be told, I really wasn't sure about contacting him at all. Why is that? Because as far as I'm concerned, there was no real reason for me to do so. Nevertheless, I sent him an email the following night, right after the completion of my final delivery at 3 a.m. That's pretty late. A little, but surely no worse than forgetting it altogether. But he replied straight away, to my surprise. No idea such a night owl. Or perhaps just an extremely early bird. Right? I wonder if he ever sleeps. That should be a question for you too, Miss. Anyhow, he answered me with an apology. He regretted his rudeness for when we first met, which was another surprise since I didn't think it was such a matter of concern. Well, he did return here the next evening looking for you. Did he? Yep, said so himself. I see. How peculiar. In any case, we exchanged phone numbers and have been texting ever since. Then he said he wants to meet up and speak in person, which is why I'm here now. But I'm still not quite sure it's necessary. I mean, maybe he just wants to have a chat and hang out. Perhaps. I suppose we'll see. Yeah, so how's that going tonight? Probably for the best, given the circumstances. Is he alright? Yeah, just wants to take it easy. Understandable. My apologies for the surges. I was hoping to become more stable as the day goes by, but no need to apologize for something out of your control. That's right, you tried everything you could. I know. Thank you for your understanding. How are you doing, miss? Hey there. Do you manage to resolve your issues with children? Sorry? Oh, I mean the hospital admission problem from the other day. Oh, that. For a minute there, I thought I had beef with kids I was unaware of. Sorry for the misunderstanding. No worries, that was funny. It's only been a few days, so not much has changed. How about you? Feeling better? Ah, yes. Well, apologize for the way I acted a few days ago. We all have our bad days, so don't worry about it. Thank you. Oh, well, we're on the topic. Told Officer George you happened to your car. Would you mind pointing out where you believe the incident took place? Sure. It's quite near the police station, actually. At a metered spot just beside the now defunct library. Oh, the vacant building at the Bourne intersection? Yeah. Yes, that's correct. I see. So it was originally a library. You know the area? I know the property, yeah. It's been abandoned for a long time now. But it's a heritage building, so I often wonder why nothing's been done with it. Since it's located in a very populated, culture-centric neighborhood. That's true, bro. That's so fucking true. When I went up to Portland for that conference, a couple months ago now? Jesus. When I went up to Portland for the conference, there was this one building we drove by. Thankfully, you know, since we're all in cars, we didn't have to. It wasn't near there, but it was an abandoned building, and you could see there's all the other blocks was perfectly fine, and this one building took up the entire block, and it was just completely boarded up and everything, but you could see just it was just like a fucking moth. You know how moths are attracted to light? This was fucking druggies attracted to the drug hangout spot. There was literally just fucking what seemed like dozens upon dozens of zombies just around that building, just fucking doped out. It was one of the strangest things. Is Portland, you know, Portland's Portland. It has its nice areas. It has its not as nice areas, and the rest of that. You know, rest of the area we were in was really nice. It's just that one block is just a complete fucking dead zone. You want to walk across the street, the other side of the street if you can. There's even an art college nearby, right? And again, I've always found the street a bit odd. Odd how? It's just barren, especially if you consider the area. And the weird thing is, I feel like it wasn't always that way. Feel. You mean remember? Nope. Exactly what I said. It's a feeling, not a clear memory. Strange, isn't it? It is odd. Well, there used to be a flea market there a long, long time ago. Perhaps that's what you were calling. Flea market, huh? Last time I drove there, I remember seeing nothing but oh, wait. There was a single dead tree surrounded by strange trinkets. Dead tree, huh? No idea why I almost forgot about it. Stuck out like a sore thumb. About 8 feet tall, no leaves. Been there forever, too, as far as I know. That hawthorn tree was something of a landmark for us drivers. And the trinkets you spoke of were actually remembrances of sorts. Remembrances? Hold on, I'm just going to recap a bit here, okay? Sure. Car was vandalized near a metered parking spot in front of an abandoned library on a seemingly deserted street within a busy area that has a large dead tree surrounded by remembrances for some reason. That's about right. Except the tree's no longer there. Oh. Are you serious, Pops? Why wouldn't I be? That is crazy. I think this is the first time we've had 4 people in the same area. Good evening, gentlemen. Hey, everyone. Oh, boy. I thought it would be early, but you're already here, lady. Hello. Brennan, for the love of all things holy, tell me my ladder is here. Well, you're in luck because it is. Hot damn, thank goodness. Would you like me to get it now for you? Nah, it's fine. I'm just glad to know it's here. Bring it with my drink later. Sure, let me know when you're ready to order. Yes, Aramis, I'm still good. Cheers. Well, 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 what's up, y'all? What's new? Evening, officer. Just talking about the spot where Miss Riona's car may have been vandalized. Oh? They got your car too, lady? Yes, but it's not as big of an issue. Still sorry to had to experience that. Where'd you park your car, miss? You can send you the coordinates if you like. That'd be real swell. Got it. Okay. Oh. Is it within the area you expected, or? Pretty much. Same location where I parked mine a week ago. I see. You can rest assured we are already increased the patrols in that area. That's great. No, it's fine. It's fine. But I'm the only one doing it at the moment. That sucks. Yeah. What's that? Am I hearing you, out of all people, doubting my skill? No, of course not. Just thought it means an unfortunate increase to your workload. Well, them's the breaks, I suppose. And it gives me your strongest espresso. And don't forget my lighter. Espresso. Lighter. Proceed. Oh, there it is. Thanks. Probably think I'm being silly. Wait, what can I say? It's my lucky charm. Yeah, it's borderline superstitious, I know. Don't you have anything of the sort? Well, I have a good reason to be superstitious. Whenever I don't have this with me, things happen. It's fine, okay? It's fine. No, it's all good. Because of a misunderstanding. Right. Alright, here comes the strongest espresso in the house. Cheers. Ah, perfect as always. Let me just go ahead and just reply to that. Yeah, don't bottle things up, Ramus. Are you ready to order? Might as well. I'd like something desserty, because it's my cheat day. Sure, anything in mind? Well, I saw this video of a Spanish hot cocoa drink yesterday. It was so thick I thought it was chocolate sauce. It must remind me of a song. For some reason I can't remember the title right now. Oh, that sounds oddly familiar. For real, I'll have that thick cocoa. It's got milk and a little hot spicy kick to it. Little cocoa with a... Yeah, Spanish Sahara. Is this it? No, I have gotten it wrong. Is it the other way around? Or is it ginger? It might be ginger. I think it might be ginger. Fuck, what's Spanish Sahara? What, ginger and cinnamon? Rhymus, it's okay. Milk. Oh, is it milk? Is that what I'm missing? Chocolate, milk. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm deaf. I'm forgetting the milk. Let me. What do I have in my brew pad here? Just dark chocolate, okay. Yeah, cinnamon. I don't know why. That's the spiced lady. That's the spiced lady. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure this is not the right drink, Rod. You have led me astray. Unless they change the name. Spanish Sarah. Oh. Here, I'm just gonna look it up. Spanish Sahara. Spanish Sahara drink. Yeah, so it does have cinnamon in it. Wait, no? I was right. It's chocolate, milk, and ginger. Bam. But no, I mean, they're literally a one ingredient off, and they're both spice ingredients, so it's completely understandable. Yeah. I mean, look at it here. Oh, fuck, no. If you look at the icon, it's very misleading. That looks like it would be cinnamon. No, like a fucking churro. Just a churro in your chocolate. But I guess not. Oh, so that's what it's called. That's what we call it here, at least. Very cool. Then, bon appetit. Mmm. I think this is it. Very tasty. Thanks. You're welcome. So, Pops, just earlier you were telling me about your creepy patrolling experience, right? Was it in the same location where the lady's car was? Creepy... Well, don't know if I should even talk about it, because maybe it's just a tad too spooky, even for me. Yeah, exactly. Churros usually have cinnamon. What happened? Tell him, Pops. It's not that big of a deal, honestly. Then all the more reason to talk about it, right? Maybe someone here will know something. Got a point there. Y'all were talking about the area anyway, right? Yep. Well, I've been patrolling there the past few nights. The street itself was fairly straightforward. About half a mile round trip from the intersection and back. Nothing much there either. Concrete sidewalk with metered parking spots. Fence here and there. And an unfinished construction site with a couple of CCTVs dotted around. No tree? What tree? Used to be a dead tree in front of the old library. Huh. Oh, that old dead tree. It was just uprooted by a city back in January. Ah. The commercial community decided it wasn't really a good look. So when the city started a massive cleanup project last year, well, simply voted to get rid of it. I see. Wow, what's up? Talking about it earlier, and being a decades-old landmark aside, there should be something more to the tree than just, well, being old. You think so? Yes. So I think after listening to Miss Riona. Expecting something from me. Huh? Oh, no. Sorry if I crossed the line. You seem to know a lot about it, and I don't want to mix up the facts. I understand. But I'd like to hear the officer's spooky tale first, if you don't mind. Gladly. Almost forgot about me there, huh? So anyway, patrolling on that street is an easy task. Only 4 to 5 cars are parked there overnight at most, which makes keeping a track a breeze. As expected, though, nothing happened the first 2 nights, but yesterday was a different story. Hold on. What a stage setup, huh? Thank goodness. Sorry about that. Please continue. Alrighty. Well, it was nearing the end of my shift and I found nothing was amiss. There were only 4 cars parked that night, 2 spaced across the street and 2 on the opposite corner, side by side. Plan was to leave after I walked one last round, make sure everything was A-okay. And, as a reminder, you can cover the whole place in only 8 minutes. Then, at the end of my walk, I took a drag on my cigarette. Smug as I was about to clock out, thinking 'twas another night, job well done. Right? Wrong, as I was immediately faced with the impossible. 3 cars, 2 side by side, 1 across the street. All tires flattened. It's 12 vandalized tires for you, in a span of less than 10 minutes. So strange. It takes several minutes to flatten just 1. That's if you're using the right tools. Right? That wasn't all. No, it wasn't. Because that was the moment when the street lights went out. Suddenly, all at once. What? Right after that, I heard flurries of footsteps and laughter. They were going farther and farther away from the scene, and yet I saw nothing at all. Oh, sure. Did the CCTV catch anything? The infrareds actually managed to catch something, but the videos weren't clear at all, so I'm still investigating it. Jeez Louise, Pops. That's way spookier than what you told me in the car. But it's cool, though. I may be laughing now, but I almost pissed my pants there, you see. Well, whoever they were, they sure worked fast. Right? Anyway, I want another drink. All the talk is make my throat dry, and coffee just ain't cutting it. What do you suggest? Tea with ginger and honey. You mean hibiscus? Definitely. A red flower tea, which... Oh, that's so cool. Red flower tea with ginger and a touch of honey. Cough drops or whatever, right? Tehe Rosalia. Oh, yay. Piping Te Yahe Rosalia. Oh, what does it mean? Jahe means ginger, Te means tea, and Rosalia is a name for hibiscus. A legit herbal drink. Spicy, but perfect for the weather. Good call. If that's the case, let me join your patrol then, Pops, because I'm not scared of ghosts. Real beings scare me more. Wait a sec, kid. What do you mean by ghosts? Jumping the gun a little there, ain't ya? I don't know, Pops. Maybe even something crazier than that. Really, it's a serious problem, kid. Don't joke around like that. Sorry. Interesting. You know something? No, not me. But she might. Right, the tree, wasn't it? Oh yeah. What about it, miss? It's your turn to finish your thought. I'm not sure if this can be any use at all, but... Officer, are you aware of the story behind the tree? I recall what you said earlier. People often leave remembrances around it. What do you mean by that? Well, it's because someone passed away there. What? Allow me to explain. I mentioned there was once a flea market on the street, correct? Called it the Fairy Market. It was unofficially set up by the transients of the community. Transients being the government's term for unregistered citizens, including all the other uncategorizable beings at the time. Fairies were a part of that. Huh. Remember learning about that. After the war, the government made the first official attempt to sort things out. Organizing equitable classifications was thought as one of the first steps towards civil peace. But it was oversimplified, inefficient, and not speedy enough. The law before the Vindication Act. Way before that. Many who couldn't register were basically in administrative limbo. What? That's as good as like not existing at all. It's horrible. So the main reason why the fairy market was created in the first place, to ensure transient survival through the changing times. In more ways than one. Market had no real schedule, therefore the start of Fairy Week would be marked by flowers strewn along the intersection. So people would notice and come take a look. Sounds kind of too low-key, no? Because it was illegal, silly. Oh. That was exactly the problem. The market ran day and night, its format unchanging. At the same time, the economy was slowly reshaping the landscape. People started to spend more, becoming reckless, while the laws were still shaky at best. A tragic incident occurred one night. A drunk driver was speeding and went off course, striking a vendor. The only evidence left of the crime was that tree standing where there was no tree before. Wait a second, what? Why did I never hear about it? How long ago was that? The accident occurred in 1959. The market itself was forcibly disbanded in 1961. Yep, before I was born, huh? Yeah, I remember everything now. It was actually quite an infamous case, wasn't it? But due to the nature of beings involved, most people couldn't help but, well, forget. I'm talking about the late 50s, early 60s here. Post-war media is still quite scarce. Remember, the drunk driver was also the son of a very wealthy individual. Correct. It wasn't exactly the part that made the case so infamous, due to the fact that no body was ever found at the crash site, so the vendor being a transient with no legal ID or paper trail. As a result, the court had no choice but to dismiss. There was a body, wasn't there? Just not one the people might expect. You mean the tree? Right. When semi-spiritual beings like us pass on from the physical world, some may leave specific landmarkers behind. Not all can do that, though. Us banshees don't do that. You don't? No, we simply disappear. So, if I'm getting this right, the tree couldn't be used as evidence because it wasn't classified as remains. Witnesses were in the same boat, no paper trail. So the driver's lawyer took advantage of those loopholes, and that's messed up. Beyond messed up, Pops. Whoa, it's unboiling. Take further look into this more, miss. I have a question for you. Yes? I think vandalism has anything to do with the tree removal. Don't know. I suppose it might depend on the acts that vandalism began. That makes sense. Well, better get going. It's almost time for my shift. And break a leg, Pops. Rather not. Stay safe. Will do. I'll keep you all posted. Alright, and I think actually with that, I will wrap up. Better go. I got an early shift tomorrow as well. One thing I want to confirm, though, if you don't mind. So at the ferry's passing, how everyone else reading about them afterwards. I thought it was just a myth. Guess not. Unfortunately, that's why there used to be a memorabilia around the tree. Efforts by those who remember to preserve the memory. Wasn't enough, was it? Else, we'd still have the tree. It really makes me question my memory. Are there any people I might have forgotten? Or are there events I missed? It's quite scary to think about. Things like us being forgotten is inevitable. So, no need to feel bad about it. That's so. Didn't even catch your name, by the way. I'm Gala. Oh, I'm Lucas. Nice to meet you. Well, nice meeting you. Good luck with your future auditions, Miss Riona. Thank you. See you around. Bye. Take care. You know what? Let's see how I might be done here. I still want to talk, but if you're getting tired, let me know. Have you eaten? Do you want something to eat? We don't sell food here. You don't? I wonder your place is always empty. Well, just kidding. Don't hit me. Well, do you want? Okay, yeah. I'll go ahead and save. Worst case scenario, I have a little bit of a day left. Anyways, thanks everyone for coming out today. Real quick, I want to thank Ember Goldenheart for the raid at the start today. Let me get that saved. There we go. And Ashy Bear for the follow. All greatly appreciated. I might stream tomorrow. I might not. We'll see. We'll see how things play out. Probably will be streaming Friday. So, anyways, if it's morning time for you, good morning. If it's evening or afternoon, good evening, good afternoon. I hope you have a good rest of your day. If you're watching us through the VOD, I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If times are tough, or if you're feeling well, hope things get better and you feel better. I'm not sure I'm on the other side because of it. If it's nighttime for you, or if you're about to go to bed like myself, good night, sleep well, and sweet dreams. But regardless of what time it is, have fun and don't die.